Okay, so I'm at my mama's today. It's Sunday afternoon and we're putting up grapes, making grape jelly. So we got the grapes washed and in the pot and we're starting to get them boiling so we can get the juice to make the jelly. So it's a whole pot of grapes, and these are not the only kind we got. That man had 3 different kind of grapevines, and so we got another different kind of grapes to do, but they're also like purple grapes too, but it's a smaller grape. So we'll have plenty of jelly for the winter once we get all this put up.
Them's the big ones there.
These right here are huge. I don't know exactly the name of them, but they are, I mean, they're big, you can tell. Alright, so we got the jars washed and cleaned up, and the lids and rings are washed. And some hot water, and just letting them dry. And Mama's keeping the grape juice stirred. So that's going to take a while. There's so much grape, it's going to take a while to start boiling and processing. Okay, so we got the grapes cooked. We strained the juice. So here's all the juice out of the big grapes. We got this much juice. It's going to be a lot of jelly. We got to measure out how many cups of juice there are, so we'll know how many boxes of sugar gel to use, and sugar. Because it says 5 cups of juice to 1 box of sugar gel and 7 cups of sugar. So we'll see how much we got to have. Okay, so we put 6.5 boxes of sugar gel in the juice and are letting it start to boil. And I went ahead and measured out what we had to have for sugar. I already measured the cups of sugar. It's going to take 45 cups of sugar, because we have 33 cups of juice, and it says to use 5 cups of juice, 1 box of sugar gel, and 7 cups of sugar. So it comes out to be 45 cups of sugar, 6.5 boxes of sugar gel, and 33 cups of juice. Okay, so we got the sugar in there and it's starting to boil again.
Let's do it.
So we got to let it boil for a minute.
It has.
And it's done, so it is completed, and we're going to take it off the eye, and it won't be long, we'll be putting it in jars.
Oh, God.
Alright, so we got this stuff skinned off at the top, and you can tell how much stuff we got off the top of the pot and the juice. And now we soon will start filling the jars. Let's see how many we got.
Yeah.
Alright, we're filling up jars.
It's a make.
And it's already starting to make as we fill, because we've already filled this much up. And we already got some over here as well. And we still got all that in the pot to do. So we got plenty of jelly, and then we still got another batch to do. But not as much not as many grapes as was in this batch. So now I got to go back and skim this stuff off and clean the tops of the jars and put the lids on them. But making jelly is a job. It takes time. You can't rush it. Okay, so we just had finished. It is 4:27. And we've been going since 12:30. And we've got, I wrote it down, we got 33 half pints, and we have 11 pints of grape jelly. That's just out of one batch. It's so late now, Mama's gonna wait and do the other little batch tomorrow. There won't be as much of this, but you can see we got in 2 different places. The pints is over here, and there's some half pints. Most of the half pints are over here. So we got plenty of jelly, and they're already started popping already. And I mean, jelly was forming as quick as we can put it in the jar. We didn't have enough jars washed, so we had to hurry up and wash more. So there's a lot of jelly. Alright, so I'm up early this morning. Well, it's a little after 8. I'm heading to 4 Oaks to go pick up my brother. We're actually taking a road trip today. We've got to go pick up Collards, and his truck's not acting right, and he's scared to drive it that far. So I'm gonna drive and we're gonna go pick up his collards and collards, broccoli plants, cabbage. I think we got a little bit of everything coming in, and then we'll start setting out as soon as we get back. But it's gonna take a little while to get there and back, so we're gonna have us a nice little road trip. So I'm gonna try to take you along a little bit and see our adventure for today. So it's Dixie Plant Farm is where we're heading to, Virginia, to pick up collards, and he has broccoli and other stuff too as well. So we're on the way. My brother's riding with me today because he knows where to go. I don't know where to go. I'm just the driver. So once we get them loaded up and get them back home, we'll start setting today. So I'm going to show you a little bit of this road we're going down. And look at this little bridge that we're having to cross. It ain't hardly big enough. It's made out of wood. So this is some of the back roads is where I'm going to have to go. And we still like a little bit. But Kevin said the road's going to get smaller, so we'll see. I'll take you along as we go. There's some grain bins over there. Plants, and then we're gonna load them up. Okay, so here's where the plants that we get at. So here's the plants where they pull them from. And they pulled them up this morning. But it's got a good little place out here. And the man said I could film all I wanted to, so he didn't care. So that is great. But yeah. You can tell he's been irrigating them. But there you go. So here is his sign. It's Dixie Plant Farms, Franklin, Virginia. So he does broccoli, cabbage, and looks like he does a little bit of, looks like he's got bell peppers and tomato peppers too as well. But he does really good cabbage plants and broccoli plants. They've done really good last year, so Kevin wanted to make sure he got some this year as well. So the plants do really good. Well, we made it back home. And we've got the collards out of the truck, starting to load up the cellars, start setting. Kevin's got the tractor hooked up and setter ready to go. We'll put some water in the tub over here so we can get the roots in it. And we're gonna get the setter filled up and ready to go so we can start setting. These are the cropping collards. We're going to start setting first. We'll have to set every pocket when we set. And the next one we'll have cabbage collards, and then we'll have to set the broccoli. And then I think Kevin's got some stuff in the greenhouse that needs to be set too. So we're going to try to get everything set before it's talking about windy and rain tomorrow, especially rain on Saturday. So we're hoping to get it set up. This is Thursday. Get them set out. Hope it don't rain too much so to drown them, but got to get them in the ground. But the plants look good, as you can see. Plants look good. Kevin's greasing the setter. All right, we're gonna start. We won't blow it over. We'll get a little bit of it. trying to get the setter set up right, and the wind blew my camera over. So, trying to get it set back up where he's unhooked it. Get it back setting right. Making sure the waters are putting out the same on each row. Okay, it's 7 o'clock and we've just finished setting out these 9,000 plants that we went and got. You can see we got all these rows, and they're long rows set out. We got cropping collards, we got cabbage collards, we got cabbage, we got broccoli set out today. And this is some of the stuff we set out. You know, there's some still kind of missing where some died in the heat, but you can tell there's our other field. It looks really good down there below. Down here it's missing a little bit, but they're growing. The weather worked on them a little bit.
Well, we're going to try something new today. I've seen all over the internet these cough remedies and different things you need, and I've seen some that use the garlic, and I've seen some use the onions. The garlic takes about a month for it to be ready to use. The onion, they said it could be ready in about 12 to 24 hours. So I normally don't get sick hardly ever during the year. But this time of year, end of September, 1st October, somewhere in the middle of October, I always get a cold every year. And we've had some rainy weather here the last few days. That little tropical storm, whatever it was, came through, done a bunch of rain. It kind of cooled off pretty good. So out feeding up the other day, my ears are hurting a little bit, and I got a little bit of a cough and a little bit of stuff going on. So I told Kim, I said, let's run to the store. We had everything but garlic. And I tell you right now, I'm not a garlic peeler. I've never done it before. It wasn't the worst thing I ever done, but it wasn't the easiest thing either. But so we got us one jar full of garlic. Now we're gonna fix our other jar full of onions that Kim says she can't quit crying because she cut them up.
That's strong.
So we're gonna try this mess out and see if it works. Makes my nose itch. They said fill the, and you can see these videos online. They're everywhere. I've seen I bet 1,000 of them in the last day or two trying to figure out how to do this stuff. But they always say fill the jar with the onions up all the way to the top. And we got onions left over for supper, I reckon.
Yeah.
That was a big red onion.
Mm-hmm.
And some people use the white onions. I've seen some people say that the red onions are better. They got better, I forgot what you call it now. But anyhow, they say it's better anyway. Let me wash my hands, because that's, whew, I don't rub my eyes. Now of course, every time you do something like that, your eyes itch or your nose itch, and you're going to rub them. And I don't feel like getting the onion in my eye today. My hands already smell bad enough from the garlic I messed a while ago. That garlic sure stunk. So it's got to be doing something for you, I reckon, if you take it. Alright, so they said use your local honey. So we got us a jar of honey here from my neighbor with the strawberry patch. So it was, these bees are right here in this back field behind us. So that should be some pretty good honey. So I seen one lady put water in here with the onions. I seen one lady put honey in there with hers, so I'm gonna put honey. So I'm gonna take the garlic. So I'm gonna use my neighbor's honey just from over there down the road. Well, probably gonna take this whole jar lid off because it's probably gonna take most of this little container. So I'm gonna put it in there with the garlic, and we're gonna see how it does. And the only thing that worries me about the garlic in this right here is to say you got to burp it like once a day for 1 to 2 weeks. Everybody says about 2 weeks. So, if not, your jar is supposed to explode or blow the top off of it or something. So, I don't want that to happen. Lord, I need something to get in there and get that honey out the top back there. You got anything I can stick in there? I don't know if like a butter knife or something. It looks pretty good. I think this part of the comb down here in the bottom. So we're going to put all of it in there. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. I ain't seen anybody else do that. But we're going to try it. To be sure it can't hurt you. Oh yeah, look at her. Oh boy, she's bubbling already. Oh, I missed it. Made a mess. Get all of it in there. If you ain't supposed to put part of the comb in there, I reckon we'll find out sooner or later. But I think it's going to be alright. It's all natural stuff and it's got to be good for you. But we'll find out. Let me have something to wipe that off with right there. Boy, that's thick right there, I mean.
It's killing me.
Hmm?
The onion's killing me. It's making my
Yeah,
eyes
that's starting to
water.
make my eyes water a little bit. Alright, here you go. Need to clean this jar off. Lord have mercy, I made a mess. Look, these are on the video them people have been making.
Open every day. Open it.
Oh Lord. Like they dropped it, like they dropped
With
it.
the outside too. If you don't, that honey's gonna stick.
You still be able to open it, won't you?
Not if it sticks to that thing.
Oh yeah, it'll pop right open. Oh, look at this mess right here. Alright, so there's that one. I'm going to put the old lid on it. See, just tighten her down. So that looks pretty good. So we're going to let that sit and ferment for, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. We have to open the jar every day to release the gases on it.
Well, don't you forget that.
Or if it don't, we might be blowed up in here.
Because I don't know, I guarantee you I'll forget it every time. That's why we're going to sit on this counter in here. Heard some people say put it in the refrigerator. Some people say just put it in a cool, dark place. Some people say just put it on the counter. So I think we're just going to put it on the counter so we remember to see it every day. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to leave it sitting right there. So now let's try to do the one with the onion in it, because they said it'd be ready within 12 to 24 hours. So that was the last jar I had of my neighbor's honey from down the road there. So we ran to the grocery store and bought some local hive, raw, unfiltered honey. So we're going to use this for the onions and see how they do. Oh Lord, you can tell the difference. Boy, I tell you what, that there's Serrani right there. That local natural honey's got to be the best, because that right there is just pouring out. There's a difference in store-bought and what you get there from your local farmers. I tell you that right now. But it's Sunday evening. I'm not going to bother my neighbor right now getting a jar of honey. They might feel that too full, I bet. I think it's okay, because apparently you don't have to burp the onions and honey. Got another butter knife, I can get some of these bubbles out. Oh Lord, I like to kill myself. Here, you don't lick the knife? I don't either. Boy, that honey's a lot more runnier than what our neighbor's honey is. Alright, so let's seal that up. I need to put the date on it too. Oh, here's a pen right here. What's today? Today is... That ain't gonna come off that one. Alright, today is 9/24/23. So we're gonna put a line through these. It's 9/24/23. Alright, so there they both are. We gotta mark the date on top so we can keep up with it. And like I say, I don't know how either one of these is going to taste. Some people said it's all right. Some people say it ain't. The taste-wise, I mean. But we'll find out. So we're going to go put these on the shelf. We're going to burp this one every day for about 2 weeks. And this one, they said you didn't have to burp it, but they said you can turn it upside down a little bit, I guess. I guess that does mix it pretty good. So we'll probably do the same with this now, I reckon. Boy, look how much difference that homegrown, pure, real honey, how thick it is compared to this mess here I bought at the store a while ago. Look at that right there. It's just a flopping right over. That there still ain't moved down yet. It finally is moving down on this jar. But that's a world of difference right there. I mean, may have to try the onion one again with our neighbor's honey. We'll go get another jar from him. Well, it's been pretty busy around here this week. Got a lot of stuff done. Kim and her brother went to pick up the collard plants, and how many did you say y'all got planted?
We planted 9,000 plants between broccoli, cropping collards, and cabbage collards, and some cabbage. We had 9,000 plants.
So hopefully that rain that we had this weekend that came over, we had a little tropical storm that hit the end of the coast. Was it Friday afternoon? Mm-hmm. So it rained all night Friday night, all day Saturday. We didn't do anything outside at all yesterday. It was just windy and wind blowing. It kind of turned off a bit cooler too. I think it was like the high 60s, somewhere along there. It was a little cooler than that first thing in the morning though. So we didn't do anything at all yesterday. But hopefully all that stuff they planted to come up here pretty soon, because I don't think it drowned. Did they get a whole lot of rain over that way?
Mama said 3 inches.
Yeah, so that, and it wasn't a heavy downpour. It's like over Friday afternoon, evening into Saturday. So it wasn't a big heavy downpour. It just kind of a good soaking rain is what we pretty much got. And the wind wasn't really too bad here. I know we had a neighbor down the road where we delivered some eggs at yesterday. They had a tree in their backyard that had been leaning a little bit, and the wind did finally get it. So, but I hadn't heard of any other damage or anything around here. But we needed the rain anyway, so I'm glad we got it. Kim did get the grass cut, Thursday afternoon?
Friday.
Was it Friday?
Friday morning.
Friday morning.
Before the rain got here.
Before the rain got here. I think she said she just got done by the time it started sprinkling pretty good. And so last Sunday, after we got the grapes from my friend's house, they got all that grape jelly made. How many jars did y'all end up making?
Oh, God, I don't even know how many jars we had.
Had pints and half pints, didn't you?
Yeah, the first batch, I think we had over 30-something jars, I believe.
So that's plenty of jelly. So we're going to carry some to our friend that we got the grapes from. I know they want a little bit. So we're going to have plenty of jelly for the wintertime. And we've got our homemade cough syrup in there on the counter. It's doing its little thing. And so I'll be up with you in the next few weeks, and I'll let you know how it turns out. When I get up in the morning, I may take my little dose of that onion and honey mixture I got fixed up. Because they said it's usually good within 12 to 24 hours. You can go ahead and start taking some of that. But of course, the longer it sits, the better it should get. And Kim's excited. She's been working on a new logo with a lady. And last night, the lady finally sent her the last draft of it. And I'll put a picture in the very end of the video of what it looks like now. And she's like a little young at Christmas time. And they got it worked out where they got all the animals in there. Who all did you get in there?
I got Abby, Maggie. I got one of the cats, like Lulu. I think it's like Lulu's color. I got a Angus cow in there. I got a goat, a pig, a donkey, some chickens. So I try to at least put one of every animal we had here. And then they did like a reef logo around it, like sunflowers, because it designed something for me to do in reeves and arrangements. But I wanted it to be our Worley Homestead Market, but I wanted it to be something that represents us, which is our animals and the business. So I wanted something a little unique that nobody else has got. So this is what I gave my ideas to the lady, and she came up with this, and it came out to be perfect. What I was designing in my head, trying to figure out what I wanted. So I'm really excited about it. Hopefully soon I might try to do some shirts and stuff like that with it on it. But I just had got the logo last night, so I just had put it on Facebook, and so hopefully we'll have some different stuff coming out with it.
And she actually got our W put on the barn. There's a red barn in the background, and she was actually able to take our W and put on that barn. It looks pretty good. So we'll put a picture of it at the end of the video so y'all can see it. And again, if anybody needs a wreath, a flag, a mailbox cover, something like that, go check out our website, and I'll put a link to that down below too. Because we got plenty, and we got some events coming up soon.
Yeah, November's we're going to be full of events. Every Saturday or every weekend in November, I got an event coming up, especially a big event, which is the Vintage Market Days in Raleigh. It's a 3-day event, so it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Veterans Day weekend, we will be in Raleigh, and it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be busy and business will be good.
Yep. So this month coming up is going to be kind of busy.
I got a lot of, I'm going to start working on Christmas stuff. I already have started working on Christmas because everything in November is going to be, people will be buying Christmas. And in Raleigh, it's the Vintage Market, which is the Christmas market. So I'm going to try to have a lot of Christmas items there, and some stuff not Christmas, but a lot of Christmas items because people's going to be buying for Christmas presents and stuff at that time.
So I guess that's going to wrap it up for us this weekend. Again, we appreciate you joining us. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends and neighbors, and as always, we sure hope to see you on the next video.